really happy to be here. Your working life fits perfectly into what ESHRE represents, and you have covered from clinical approaches to basic science. Your group was the first one in Europe to propose to couples to transfer only one embryo to reduce multiple pregnancies. How was it? And it was a risky decision, I think.
We just started transferring only one embryo, first for those patients who had the highest risk of getting multiple pregnancies or some other risk related to multiple pregnancy. And then we just carried it out for a period and then analyzed the results. And after that we made a prospective randomized study to all our patients. And that study showed that the pregnancy rates didn't go down at all. And we were extremely happy of that. Healthy singleton babies.
Another thing I wanted to ask you is about another field of interest of your group, which is follicle in vitro maturation, and also the relationship of this technology with fertility preservation. Can you tell us where is the research nowadays in this field, and what can we expect about this?
This follicular maturation is a challenging project which still requires more research. I started that when I was working at Hammersmith Hospital in London, 1995 already. We have been testing multiple possible culture conditions. We get now regularly early antral follicles, little bit larger antral follicles now and then, not yet mature fertilizable oocytes, but we are approaching.
And do you think this will be the strategy to be used for fertility preservation, in vitro maturation of the ovarian follicles rather than ovarian transplantation?
They are complementary methods. The numbers of oocytes are pretty small if you just can collect them once or twice before chemotherapy, and it's not feasible for prepubertal girls. And many of those women who have leukemia, they can't wait for ovarian stimulation, which means that we don't get many oocytes. And then we can't retransplant tissue either, because there is a high risk of transmitting malignant cells. And these women definitely need maturation of the follicles and oocytes in vitro. So we are not going to give up.
Okay, I know that you don't give up easily, Outi.
No.
Also, your group was the first one in Europe to be able to derive embryonic stem cells. Where are we now, and how do you compare these cells with IPS?
Yes, in Sweden we were lucky because we got early a relatively liberal law. We saw the possibilities already 2001 when we got the ethics approval and started using human skin feeder cells. And then since then we have been improving the method. And today we can derive new lines in more than 60% of the donated embryos.
Which is very high.
It's a high success rate because we have identified what keeps them non-differentiated. They are the extracellular matrix proteins, which are their niche in the embryo. We identified what they are, and my colleague Carl Tryggvason made them in human cells. So we use only these recombinant matrix proteins. We don't need to add so many growth factors. And also for differentiation, we can use extracellular matrix proteins today. And
so we are close to clinical grade cell lines.
Yeah, we have them already because we have totally chemically defined culture conditions now. Chemically defined culture media and no animal substances with animal origin anymore at any stage.
This year, Bob Edwards died. We all have good memories from him. Can you tell us something about your relationship with him?
Yes, we have lovely memories. We had an ESHRE campus workshop in Brussels, and he said there that, "Outi, I have a dream. I would like to see the midnight sun once in my life." And then we organized the next ESHRE campus ovarian workshop in northernmost Finland, in Kilpisjärvi. And he came there, and I think it was the night between the 21st and 22nd of June. The sun was up there all night, and we were sitting behind a sauna by a lake, and we discussed all night about life. And it's something which never...
You will never forget?
No, I will never forget.
Outi, I know that you have a very strong relationship with nature. I know that you love climbing mountains, and maybe this is related to your philosophy of life. Can you tell us about it?
When you climb to a mountain, you forget everything. You just think where next put your cramped foot, and then you see the world there around you. And that's very good for your stem cells. We have to carry out heavy physical exercise and let the cells to be in low oxygen, and that's something we can achieve when we climb to a mountaintop.